talk about the elephant in the room. As a huge football fan, as a big Barcelona fan, I have to talk about this. And remember, this is a channel where we talk about sport, not just UFC. Every sport, most especially football, UFC, and other sports that made the headline. But the principal reason of this channel is UFC and football. And in football recently, there is one big elephant in the room which you have to talk about, which is the concluded El Clásico. Guys, El Clásico have been boring since Ronaldo and Lionel Messi left. Sergio Ramos, Pepe, Xavi, all these sort of people, Mourinho and Pep, this rivalry that take a lot of lives, not just passional. You know, they take a lot of hatred from both parties, from both rivals. And this is not just a normal thing. They were fights, they were killings, it becomes so passional that even the players, they hate themselves. Recently, the El Clásico has been more friendly, you know, a little bit more friendly, and it's been a lot of back and forth, kind of, because you have a friend that played for the national team, the other one that played for the national team, so they don't have this brawl until the arrival of this 18-year-old boy called Lamine Yamal. You know, guys, let's be honest here. Are you the person that has to pretend to be someone else, or you just have to be who you have to be? Are you the kind of person that listens to what other people say and copy other people, or you are that person that say what you believe? We live in a world now where you're kind of, you know, scared to say what you want to say what is in your mind. Lamine Yamal came out in a Kings League, this tournament. There's this big tournament orchestrated by Piqué, you know, the Barcelona football player, which we all know that apart from Barcelona, is being hated worldwide. Piqué has literally built that company called Kings League. Piqué has already made that Kings League be what it is today. And Lamine Yamal has a team there. So this week there was a El Clásico, and Lamine Yamal, prior to the game before El Clásico, Lamine Yamal has this team which he is the president, which he leads and guides. And they were like influencers against influencers, and he being the president of that his team came out to face another president of another team. So they kind of talk, and in that confrontation, which we call them rivalry confrontation, although they are friends, Lamine Yamal said a word. Lamine Yamal said, Real Madrid, they steal and they complain. And that didn't sit well with most of the Real Madrid players. That didn't sit well with a lot of them. And also that didn't sit well with Barcelona fans. And this is why I'm bringing this topic. Because after the game, remember Lamine Yamal is 18-year-old. He just turned 18-year-old, was it 2 months ago? Being the biggest star in football at the moment. A Lamine Yamal full of aura, full of style, full of dance, full of a lot of things. And a boy which have caught up a lot of people at attention with his style of play. I mean, he's the best 18-year-old football player I have ever seen, or the world has ever seen, if I'm not mistaken. So Lamine Yamal, knowing fully well that there's a Clásico coming up in the weekend, went to that league and said that thing, and that didn't sit well, like I said, with the players of Real Madrid, and that kind of gave them boost leading up to the Clásico, because the last 5 El Clásico, Madrid lost all of them to Barcelona, which is their fierce rivals. So after the game, because during that period, that game, Lamine Yamal didn't play well. And Lamine Yamal, according to what I heard, was suffering from a pubic injury. I have had that before, and that is not a very good injury to have. It's very annoying, most especially when you wake up in the morning, you want to move. It's like something is holding you down there. And for an 18-year-old boy, I can imagine the pains, and he's not yet fully recovered and played the game and didn't get well. And Madrid won that game, and after the game, they were attacking him. And what was the most shocking thing was there's this player called Carvajal, who is a national teammate and a very good friend of Lamine Yamal, which we heard that he's going to talk to him after the game. Went to him and started giving this chant, and that brought that rivalry. A lot of these Madrid players started fighting and they started making scenes, and a lot of team went around, a lot of things goes around. If I could start giving you details of what happened in that game, this video will last up to an hour. We're going to make this as short as possible and just highlight what happened, which is the main details, Lamine Yamal. So that didn't sit well with these people, and they attacked him. They kind of confront him after the game. And people started saying a lot of things, that Lamine Yamal needs to be trained, that he's getting spoiled, that he believed that he's a superstar, that nobody could talk to him, and all this and that. A lot of things start coming out. A lot of people start saying that, oh, he should learn how to keep quiet, he should stay humble, and this like that. Now, let me let you know something, guys. Let me come into it. This is where I come into it. And you tell me whether I'm wrong or I'm right. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, because when you talk of perfect, nobody is perfect in this world. You know, everybody comes to this world to learn, and as long as you're living, you're going to learn. You'll stop learning when you die. And who am I to tell a rich 18-year-old boy what to do? Normally, that guy lifestyle, that guy football style took him to where he is and where he is enjoying at the moment. He's a guy, let's don't forget, he's a guy, any little thing he does, the media takes it. Even we, the Barcelona fans, kind of post it in our timeline. Those Barcelona controversial page, they kind of post everything he does on their timeline. So it makes him, everything he does, like open. And people kind of say a lot of things against him because he had this girlfriend who is a superstar as well. So everything about Lamine Yamal just screams superstar. And people are now controlling and now saying that he's this guy that doesn't want to face football anymore. He's not humble. He says a lot of things, and he doesn't want to. I mean, a lot of negatives after that game against Real Madrid. Now, let me say something. Can you guys remember when Lionel Messi, who is the greatest football player in the world, was playing for Barcelona? Can you guys remember that Lionel Messi was one of the most quiet, humble human beings in the planet Earth? But what happened whenever he went to Madrid? They criticize him. They say a lot of shit against him. They say a lot of nonsense against him. So what am I trying to say? No matter how quiet you are, they will still talk about you as long as you are in the limelight. And the advice I'm going to advise every Barcelona fan, apart from the world fan, and apart from me being a sports fan and football fan, I'm going to tell you this, guys. Allow Lamine Yamal be who he wants to be. Allow him, yes, be, as long as he is giving you that A game he gives. And this kind of person revived football, the football that was dead for a long time. Lamine Yamal revived football, revived El Clásico. An 18-year-old boy, and watching these old guys from Real Madrid couldn't comport themselves in front of an 18-year-old boy just shows you how big his star is above them. Like, all of them attacking him after the game. And for you, the Barcelona fans, which are supposed to protect this guy, you shouldn't come out and bully him in every little show you have, every little TV station, radio station. You shouldn't come back. What you have to do is relax and speak to him privately, just like that his teammate, national team teammate, should have done. And people start saying a lot of things against him, saying a lot of things. Yes, he didn't show up for the game. Messi never showed up for every game. Although he's the best in the history, Messi didn't show up in every El Clásico. This boy is just 18 years. Could he be guided rightly? 100%. But whatever he said in that league, in that Kings League, he actually said the truth. I never see him said, I watched that interview, not even an interview, I watched that confrontation. He never said that they are better than Madrid. He just said the fact. He said the fact that Madrid steals and they complain. True or false? Last time I checked, Madrid TV has already been saying a lot of things against La Liga and the referee. Madrid are the team with the most penalties in football. I'm not going to go into details about, if I start going into details about the benefits of Madrid, they are long. He came out to say it, and once you come out to say this kind of things, leading to that Clásico, you have to show up. And he's an 18-year-old boy, and he didn't show up. And those guys attacked him. And this is where I'm going, guys. This is where I'm going. As a Barcelona fan, and as a fan of Lamine Yamal, you guys shouldn't say things against him. You guys should help him. You guys should learn how to deal with the fact that this is the world we live in. Social media world is happiness. Whenever he plays with style and happiness. He brings color to football. He's the biggest name at the moment in footballing world now. You could call Mbappe tomorrow being the best player in the world. You could call Haaland, but there is nobody in the world that you pay your money to watch other than Lamine Yamal. If that's a joke, go check it. Every post, everything he does is being censored. He's an 18-year-old boy with intelligence, 18-year-old boy with the limelight on him. And as a sports fan, as a Barcelona fan, this is what we love to see. You cannot just change Lamine Yamal because of Messi's humble. Compare him to Messi. He's been compared to Messi. He's been compared to Ronaldo. People are attacking his lifestyle, his house. Why can't you just allow this boy be? Because if we start judging everybody, both the Real Madrid players, by what they're saying and what they've done, you will notice that this boy is even cleaner than the best player in the history, which is Lionel Messi. Because Lionel Messi too have said a lot of things. Cristiano Ronaldo have said a lot of things. And you shouldn't be judged just after one game. You guys literally need to stop the hate. Stop hating on this guy and help him to improve. I'm not saying that you should come out and say, yes, he shouldn't do anything. Yes, he's working hard. They don't show you the inside of what Lamine Yamal does. They only show you the outside, which is the aeroplane, the helicopter with his girlfriend and other things. Is he the first 18-year-old boy to have a girlfriend? Is he the first 18-year-old boy to travel in an helicopter? What is the problem about Lamine Yamal that really itch everybody in this world? Trust me, without Lamine Yamal, currently El Clásico won't be very, very interesting. And this is just a start, because now everybody wants to watch El Clásico again, and El Clásico will be very fiery based on this guy. Let's learn to appreciate greatness, and Lamine Yamal is greater for 18-year-old boy. He needs time to become who we want him to be. He needs time to become that great player we want him to be. He just needs time. As an 18-year-old, he has already won it all, apart from getting the World Cup and Champions League. These are 2 trophies to make him the greatest teenager in the history. And he's going to do it with the way he's walking, with the way he's moving. As a Barcelona fan and as a sports fan, don't try to change who he is. You could limit, yes, you could say, okay, the coach has a lot of work to do with him. Yes, leave the job for his coach. But you are not perfect. Not alone comparing yourself to an 18-year-old boy. Guys, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this video. If there's something you could also add, I'll be reading down in the comments below. Guys, remember, this is not just a UFC channel or MMA channel. This is a sport channel. And this is a topic we really have to put our mouth in. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.